MrTribe is one of the first NFT-based racing platforms on Android and iOS. Here is what we know so far about the Web3 racer, having taken an early alpha build out for a drive. Racing games have improved visually over the years, and realism has come a long way. Yet the core mechanics have remained mostly stationary. Hoping to shake things up a bit on the small screen, we have MrTribe from the tiny digital factory, currently in the early alpha stage and on Android and iOS. As in other racing games, MrTribe lets you buy and race more than 150 officially licensed four-wheelers in the hope of setting fast lap times, or just make it round the track without going full send into a barrier. Except in MrTribe, the cars you purchase are NFTs, short for non-fungible tokens, nothing to do with mushrooms. Basically, an NFT has a unique digital identifier that allegedly cannot be copied, substituted, or subdivided. In the context of MrTribe, although it is possible to own the same car as someone else, such as the Alpine A110S, each one has a unique ID number and individual detailing, such as brake caliper color, livery, background, wheel type, and more. Aesthetics do not have an effect on racing success, of course, but it does make your digital item more personal to you and will keep hoarders and completionists busy. It also means you can trade your unique car for another or rent it. More on that later. Speaking of which, cars you own are rented and traded on something called Magic Eden. Car rarity can be limited, rare, epic, and unlimited. The rarer and more desirable, the more it is going to cost, basically. Before we get into the meat of the video, my MrTribe first impressions, let's talk about the team behind it. Known as the Tiny Digital Factory, it is a development studio that specializes in mobile gaming and has been around since 2015. Some of the 30-odd members are old enough to have worked in the industry as far back as the Atari, which to younger ears will possibly mean nothing. This was one of the original games consoles in the early 1980s. Its overall goal? To create free-to-play games that entertain people from around the world. That's what. In other words, the biggest audience. One of the team was actually a creative director for Test Drive Unlimited, so it appears MrTribe is in good hands. Explanation time. MrTribe is a Web3 mobile-based racing game where progress comes in various forms, from collecting cars, interacting with them, and racing them. The more cars you own, the more you can race each day, and the higher your collector's level. Daily rewards are a thing too, but most gold is earned through beating time attack times. Some events are open to all cars, while others require the vehicles to be of a certain PI rating, Forza Horizon style. Circuit racing is where we get a more Gran Turismo experience, with real-world tracks on offer and more coming in 2023 and beyond. I got to cruise around too, including the famous Fuji Speedway in Japan. Adding to the realism, MrTribe has time of day variation and also weather, dry conditions, rain, and snow. MrTribe also plans to offer open road cruising, as you get in Forza Horizon and arcade racers. From the looks of things, you will get to enjoy your favorite cars on sunset-bathed tarmac, while avoiding tortoises. Anyway, said open road events will take place in Nevada, and the developer says players will be able to create landmark buildings along the way, allowing drivers to meet and greet. You will also be able to join clubs, so you can create the ultimate racing crew, or just a merry band of crash-prone misfits. Either way, expect to create your own challenges to help you rank up and earn rewards by participating. As mentioned earlier, car renting is a thing too. This allows you to try out rare cars no longer available or outside your budget, or allow others to try out your collection. The Aston Martin collection is the first official partnership between, yes, you have guessed it, Aston Martin and MrTribe. Established in 1913, Aston Martin is a British manufacturer of desirable exotic machinery, usually stylish, luxurious, and capable of thunderous noises. You do not need to choose between going fast and being very comfortable. Nerdy trivia time: the marque was acquired by David Brown Limited in 1947. This is why many Aston Martins have DB in the name, the most famous and maybe the most beautiful of which was the DB5 seen in the James Bond movie Goldfinger. Unfortunately, the real-life car did not have the same deadly weapons and cool gadgets. In Infinite Drive, you can own at least 1, 2, or all 3 of the official partnership cars. The more you own, the higher your collector's level, remember? Not only that, the popularity of Aston Martin will help with renting them out. The 3 Aston Martin collection cars are the new Aston Martin V8 Vantage Coupe, its predecessor from the 1980s, and the track-conquering Vantage GT3. Unlike other cars in Infinite Drive, the Aston Martin collection requires the use of a different crypto wallet, this time MetaMask and its Polygon platform. There is definitely an incentive for Infinite Drive to make you want to get your smartphone or tablet out. The visuals are decent, and on a good phone, not my aging OnePlus 6T I got a few years ago, the frame rate is mostly solid. You can actually adjust from low to very high visual settings if you crave more detail or want to improve smoothness. Optimization is being worked on as we speak, but even now the tracks look interesting, and you even get reflections in the puddles. Ray tracing who? Handling wise, things seem quite arcadey and take some getting used to. Using a smaller screen is also not conducive to nudging apexes. I will say though that the bumper view helps improve your times, as does reducing the joystick sensitivity and the use of a physical controller. Once you get the hang of it, there is a nice sensation of speed, and though there are some rough edges and graphical oddities, it feels like Infinite Drive has potential. Work in the steering inputs and realism departments would go a long way. If you want to play Infinite Drive, currently you will need to purchase an NFT car. That means purchasing Solana, which will mean some crypto knowledge. The cheapest car is about 1.29 Solana, £1.30-ish based on the current exchange rate. To be fair, it took me barely any time to set up the Phantom wallet, and then it would not take much more brainpower to purchase Solana. And now, your chance to win an Aston Martin NFT. All you have to do is join the Infinite Drive Discord, follow Infinite Drive on Twitter, send screenshot proof you have done both, and send the following message: Infinite Drive X, or is that KISS, a tribe called Cars. Got all that? The developers will get in touch with the winners after the NFT's launch later on in December 2022. Good luck, and on that note, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Take care, bye.